Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Worlds 2, where sometimes satire is far behind reality, but that's another matter entirely. Alright, explosive burst rifle, corrosive plasma weapon, barrel. That might do the trick. Mix the two together. Change corrosive down to corrosive. Anything else I want to clean out? If not... Okay, that one standard plasma pistol can go. Don't need any more of those. And the hollow rifle can go as well, slightly lower zoom than the prismatic. Other than that, I think we are just about okay in terms of removing excess and unwanted gear. So, life is good in that regard. Modifications, plasma, pistol. Still don't necessarily know what I'm going to do with the wham bam, although it is quite the melee weapon. Voltage plasma cutter, gets electric stun baton, machine pistol. Where has the other... corrosive plasma pistol, no mods available. Not sure if that thing can... that must be a barrel mod rather than a standard mod, so why doesn't it want to play with that one? Who cares? Problem solved. Ammunition mostly remanufactured. And, right, let's get to it. Alright, everybody, let's have this conversation.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention.
Stakes are high. If De Vries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that.
The delegations brought their own security, right?
More like toy soldiers, I'd wager. Might be good for a distraction.
She likely has a
Records
point there.
indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent De Vries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, De Vries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
Alright, Marisol, you have any idea what we'll face?
It's a comm station built by the Order in the early days of the colony. As Val said, automechanical security measures are a given, and De Vries will surely level them against us. I'd also expect some level of hazardous disrepair, though the unpredictable nature of De Vries and her defectors concerns me more than anything.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
It's
You
not
know where I
wrong.
stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let De Vries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make De Vries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own phantoms?
Yeah, I'll have you.
Would have been a shame if De Vries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Right, so to Greater Tranquility. What could possibly go wrong? Would you like a list? I mean, it does involve an awful lot of killer automechanicals. Alright, Greater Tranquility Station. Let's go. Arcadia, the Eagle has landed.
Sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
What do you mean it was only a 12-foot drop onto steel decking? What's the problem with that? Also, do we have any other options regarding boxes? Auto Hacker 5000. Scrutinizer's eyepiece. Strong enemies become weak 5% sooner. Yeah. The Bolzerker. The one-time had Matthias Pugilist Greenblatt. Destroyed 6 automechs with only a sentry blade and was shot shortly thereafter by Auntie's Choice insurance operatives. When hit in melee, gained 20% bonus damage. Projectiles that come too close will automatically be destroyed at the cost of the user's energy. That might be worth having. Bonk. And native species. Bolzerker. Eyepiece. The auto hacker. Remote detonator. 50 damage, heavy rounds. Meh. I don't have much skill in explosives. That's probably not the best thing I could take. Alright, off we go. Tranquility Station. I am taking Niles and... let's bring Val for this. Well, actually no, Marisol's kinda useful when it comes to knocking out awkward targets. All creatures are immune to corrosive. Well, that's worth knowing. Thankfully, most bots probably aren't. So, yay! Alright, this time the incognito really has landed. Although this doesn't look much like a sea, does it? Alright.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
I'm sure they'll be so happy about that now. What did that change?
Ship seems out of place here.
Yes. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Alright, let's see. Visor up. Nil of note. Okay, sneaky, sneaky.
This must be the satellite that sent an emergency ping across the system. What led me to you, Commander? And why is Vries hanging on to it?
Let's have a look. All data cartridges extracted, panels tampered with, and if I had the scrapper perk...
Earth Directorate handiwork.
Oh well,
Not
I
familiar
don't.
with the model.
Okay, why have I got Xyranium interference in my visor? Oh, no, just the door. Pretty austere, isn't it? Okay, anything here? No. Unless... Nope, just a hatchway. Did think for a second there might have been something concealed in that hatch, but not seeing anything besides this shuttle, and without the scrapper oh, hang on. Decryption key and bonk. I cannot shake my last meeting from Victor with my mind. Serious stuff, how can I not be desperate? This may be the last one to prove the original prediction is right. Were the numbers wrong? If we fail, it's because we weren't aligned with the plan. For oh Lord, I cannot bear even the thought of it. Right, so that might be a way to talk her down. Niles won't like it, of course, but if we can get her to stand down and find out if anyone else was pulling her strings. Yeah. It's got possibilities. Not very many, but possibilities. Okay. Hydraulics successfully overridden. Let's push into the base. Looks like there's only one way to go from here. Nil else of note. Right, we're on to sneaky time. The good news, I suppose, is that if Victor hadn't busted the whole plan with the explosives, this wouldn't be salvageable.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent de Vries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
She warned you about me and you still didn't lock the door? You must have a death wish.
I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
Keep talking.
Need answers, now. How we extract those answers, I'll leave up to you, Commander. Personally, I'd start with the knees.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths by Agent de Vries and our comrades the time they need, so be it.
Yeah, Seer Wiley said much the same thing.
That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast.
Wiley also thought he could predict the future. You think your plans will hold up better?
I mean, yes. Stop attempting to scramble my thoughts. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent de Vries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself.
Okay, here's the deal. You spill everything, your head stays attached.
But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not standing in your path.
I am a member of the Earth Directorate. My word is practically law.
Is it? I may not know of this Earth Directorate you speak of, but I can tell you are not one to be trifled with, if I wish to continue drawing breath. Which suddenly seems all I can focus on.
Nothing like a bit of motivation.
I surrender. See this screen? Agent de Vries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent de Vries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now.
Thank you.
May the numbers guide you.
Much appreciated. Okay.
Foes yielded so easily. Let's review the data, shall we?
Let's level up first. 3 points available. Okay, so definitely one into speech. One into hack might be a good idea as well. Or one into guns. Alright. Yeah, one into hack, and I think one into... One into guns, because you know this is going to go loud at some point. Yoink. Okay. Map of the station. First team of agents to hold the landing pad. Third team guards the exit in the refinery. Second team holds the turbine chamber, while De Vries is going for the broadcast booth, which is where the delegates are to meet. Right.
Let's concentrate on finding De Vries. Talk later.
So... Can we do anything else here? Cams are offline. Ooh. Loot. Never say no to loot. Don't see anybody moving on the portable wall hacks, so we're good there. And, ooh, maintenance elevator. I like maintenance elevators. They're so discreet, so useful, so not likely to get me shot.
It seems your sovereign is regarded as being inept, shall we say?
We need to find us a fuse to get this whole thing operational again.
Yeah.
He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as
Revert targeting protocol.
his advisor, the
Right
console,
command
is
to
not.
cartridge.
These
Thank you.
executions, these impulsive attacks are solely his influence.
So,
Okay.
the previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Right, fuse up. And where does this fuse need to go? Weep. Okay, where's the fuse box? That's actually a very good question. I've got the fuse. You know, following these sparking cables would probably be the smart thing to do here. Except they don't seem to be going anywhere. Come on, fuse. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Fuse box. Alright, rewire fuse box, fashion makeshift fuse, or perk electrotherapist. Huh. Alright, well, let's hang on to the fuse just in case. And we'll go for the hack to bypass instead. No sense in using components if I don't have to. Quietly does it. Quietly does it. Yoink. Okay, maintenance shaft there. Couple of guards on patrol in the next room.
Damn.
Ooh.
The Vries team must have gotten to these mechs first.
Yeah, that's what the targeting protocols are for. This will turn the mechanicals hostile against all unauthorized personnel. Do
I
it.
think we're fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
We'll just wait for the noise to stop, shall we, Niles? Oh. Quiet. Now we're more like fighting on 1.5 fronts each. Everyone done? Yep, okay. Bad news is I can't now disable the mechs. Oh well. Yoink. They are vulnerable to shock damage though, so might be able to do this reasonably discreetly. Pity I can't wire them to ignore me and the delegates. Oh well. Let's stay discreet for the moment. careful, does it? Tech Dragoon Mark II. Yeah, they made short work of De Vries' team, didn't they? Alright, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Actually, locked door. This may be a better possibility. Lockpick 8 or the maintenance access card. Ugh, who wants to bet the maintenance access card is up there? Oh, another maintenance shaft. We might get lucky. Don't see anything else that way, so pop the shaft. Slip on through. And we are still on ninja time.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit
Oh,
in your last declaration.
vis-a-vis the
Logical.
maintenance access. Excellent.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must
Right.
be quite busy between product launches and accounting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Fair enough. Okay, so we managed to sneak the key and slip past the killer robots. Sorry, automechanicals without getting brutally murdered. Let's push on. Bonk. Tippy toes, tippy toes. Okay, that has a look of somewhere I would like to be if it wasn't going to be incredibly lethal to get there. Right. Wonder if there is an access point here, so. However, with skillful use of the tactical time dilation gadget, you may be able to slip through unscathed. Right, thank you for the hint, game. Tactical time dilation engaged. Go. Release.
Can't just shoot in the thin air.
Sorry. Alright. Remove fuse. Hopefully that's powered down the blades.
Let us turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack
Yep.
on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate
Yep.
insinuation that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy.
Oh,
Isn't that right?
angry
I'd like
robot.
to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate, but I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield.
That looks like where the maintenance access slipped back, so we're going across.
Ah, yes.
Do, 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 do,
Protect what time therefore
do.
living in fear between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold.
Wow.
Worrisome indeed.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow indeed. Right. Okay, looks like we're slipping through the vent blades again. Oh well. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, folks, it's only temporary simulated brain damage. Okay, softly, softly, catchy traitor. Terminal down there. 2 guards behind.
According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success
A vendor
should a
man.
treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's
Hello?
no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar.
The utility
Especially
atrium.
when so much
My
is yet to
records
be
do not indicate
discussed.
that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station. But I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it.
Well, thank you. What have you got?
Praise be to the sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
What about his freelancers? Okay, the Black Hat, remote access, critical hit chance against Automax. Advanced decryption key will have that. Definitely have the magnets, because I need those for shock ammo. And trooper plate carrier, medium. Better tier armor. Automex may now be hacked from a distance. Ooh. That could be an interesting one to try. And 10 armor, medium rating. Yeah, let's snag it. Right, pushing on. Ammo. Anything else? Ritual cards. Junk. Know your place in the order of all things. Indeed. Alright, no, we're good to move on. Let's go. Okay, one computer terminal.
No time to lollygag, Commander. Whatever's in that repository can wait.
Yep, from Project Glacius. Why so your packaging has that utility does not deprecate the majority of the arachnid mines. What the hell are those? What they sound like? Landmines filled with arachnids. To test a new security measure. Yoink. Okay, let's have ourselves Okay, so the mines that look like arachnids. Fine. That wasn't what I expected. Stand clear there. Scrap metal. There better be something in here that's worth a fuse box. I mean, beyond the hole in the back of the wall. Okay, let's have a look at the hole in the back of the wall. Great. Fine. Shield. Oh, wrong gadget. Shield up. Ooh, that was close. Right, one trauma kit, one arachnid charge, a few other bits and pieces, nil of interest. Can I get up here? No. Am I missing something? Oh, quit complaining. There is something interesting in there, but the vault is very sealed. Can we do something about that locked door from this side, I wonder? Doesn't look promising, does it? Alright. Yeah, quick scan round on the Vries, just make sure I'm not missing anything. No. Is the quick answer to that one. Alright, rearm shields. Wait for device energy to recover, and... shield, go. Made it. Alright. That deals with the lollygagging. I wasted a perfectly good fuse to get that open. Right. Okay, pull the plug on this one.
What in the where now?
Yeah, sorry, I keep pressing C to crouch. Instinct. Apologies. And I have accidentally disabled the traversal bridge. Well, shuts back. Examine fuse box. Fine, we'll put the fuse back in. Be like that. Over we go. So we've dealt with one of her teams. We still need to deal with the second, then we need to chase her down before she gets to the delegates, which I suspect is going to be a case of we will arrive just in time to prevent disaster. Okay, we've got some very large automechs down there, what looks like a turbine of some description. More combat automechs.
Mind your corners.
Oh yeah. Very good spot for an ambush, in fact. Excuse me. Yeah. Why is observation nudging me toward... Oh, fuck! Didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. I think that might just be a pillar, not an enemy blip.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us.
Yeah, you say that. Okay, it's all dealt with. Okay, it was just tagging the collectible. Alright, let's hug the wall. Potentially a very good spot for an ambush. N-ray scanner up. Nobody detected. Sealed door. Except it's open. Well, you know what the best thing to do with a trap is? Spring the trap. Okay, looks like we've got another vent shaft to dive through. Would this be the setup for an implausible death trap to escape in the nick of time, Agent Vries? Alright, plasma explosive grenades up. Oh, there we go, we've got some switches up ahead. And yep, there are the goons. Right. 2 switches, both wired. Okay. Right. Powers the local automechanical deployment can be fully disabled. Oh yeah. And now they're all disabled. Congratulations, boys and girls. Your toys don't work anymore. Now let's see what happens when De Vries and the goons realise that's the case. Maybe we can ambush the ambushers. This must be her second team. Okay, all pretty sealed up there. Gonna have to find a way in there though, probably by hopping through the fan blades down and tripping this. Okay. Softly, softly. Okay, doors offline. Meaning it probably won't activate until we trip the set piece. Yeah, they're definitely setting up for quite the set piece engagement here, aren't they? Okay, well, plasma pistol's not going to be of much use to me here, so sniper rifle, silencer. Do a quick reload. Make sure the Oracle's loaded and ready to go. This thing's about to get its first combat outing. And it won't hurt to make sure the shotgun's on standby as well. Okay, everybody is fully loaded. We are set for shielding. Hello, boys and girls. Alright. 3 in the head.
Combatant scan.
Thank you. Alright.
Have you given it?
Nope, just reloading.
Standing by to stupefy.
De Vries, stun him.
Vulnerabilities identified.
Right, boom, headshot. And unfortunately for them, their prized automechanicals suddenly decided to stay in bed. How terrifyingly unfortunate. Alright, sneaky, sneaky done. What have we got here? Fuse. Greater Tranquility Station fuse. Okay, I think... yeah, we'll just go for the time dilation option. So... yoink. Whoop. I needed a fuse, didn't I? Well, shite. Well, that solves the question of where to put the fuses. Yoink! Back within a moment. Sorry, little tiny diversion. The engineering option to manufacture further fuses would have been very welcome at this point. Oh well, fuse it is. Bonk. No idea what we just broke, but we'll find out later, I dare say. Okay, yoink. Through the blades. Time dilation for the win. Alright, fuse in. Let's get down. We've got another wave of hostiles coming in. Let's keep this nice and discreet for the moment. Skulking? Definitely skulking. Nothing else. Hi. Yeah, just... damn it. Heads. Thank you. Sprats don't have this big a gun at their disposal, mate. You may wish to check your bestiary. Nope, just playing hide and seek. Come on, head out. Or don't. Or don't. Melting into a pile of screaming, superheated goop is also an acceptable outcome. Come on, ladies. Let's keep this going. We know what to do this time. Grab the fuse through the fan blades and switch the fuse into play. So, pulse. Oh. Weep. Bonk. Alright. Uses him. And guess what? They got more friends. I wish I could say I was surprised. I'm not. Okay, yeah, works for me. Skulking. Boom. Oh well, one in the head. Two. And three. Boom. Headshot. Thank you, endpoint.
Have you given up?
Nope. Come on, stick your head out. And we're done.
We're so close. One elevator ride away from having to breathe. Finally.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I do kind of want to know what if she's got a, you know, bigger pistol opponent here. A big bad, if you will. I mean, okay, she's a pretty big bad, but a medium bad may also be on the cards. Right, bit cartridges, lighters, grenades. Ooh, what's inside here? Nothing. Okay, that must have just been an enemy storage booth, TM. Okay, nil else of interest, except... is there a way into this lower section? No. Well, yes there is, but no, there's nothing of interest. I don't see anything of interest under the floor either. Hello. Shiny, shiny, shiny. I will never say no to more ammunition. What's around here? So if there was a box on that side, there's just bitter disappointment on this side. Oh well, can't have it all. Right. Let's do this. Oops, somebody on the other side here. Give me a second, visor. It's a Sprat. Okay, fine, fine. It was showing as a life sign on the radar. Always best to check. Alright. One auto dock, don't really need it, but just on general principles. Make sure that any trace uranium poisoning I've got is well and truly gone. Loot, 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 loot. Right. Nil else. What's here? Terminal broadcast records. July 2327. Video and intercom systems enabled. January 2341. Intercom systems enabled to commence decommission. November 2361. Video and intercom systems enabled. Reason undisclosed. Broadcasting that. Oh, so that's how they're broadcasting the talks. Okay, this often announced the creation of the Vox Initiative and how it will serve the people for centuries to come. This often announced the birth of his first child, Henry, who I think is the current sovereign. Affectionate words inspire affection in kind. Ah, right, I see. So what the sovereign said wasn't necessarily sufficient for consumption by the masses. The Office of the Sovereign, decommission process winds out great tranquility. Vox program is initiated with his final sign of toast to the matriarch. That was sweet. Provost Ambrose Iglesias. Okay, don't see anything else to note here. That's all backup info. Right. Let's do this.
Fine, fine. I suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed.
Shush.
We may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off.
Whoop.
But we might consider the hierarchy between our parties.
Well, she did not decide to be subtle here, did she?
Seemly quabbles over power, especially when presiding bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
Yeah.
One protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity is what you need.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion.
Have
Punt.
a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
Yeah.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Abara, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why.
Didn't you get the message from the monastery? We announced we were coming.
Yes, I do recall your begging me not to do this. Hardly the work of a master negotiator, let alone two. I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me what the peace talks have to do with the rifts.
Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data, and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology.
Uh-huh. Right. So what was Horizon Point? A test run?
No. The Order's seers approached me after I arrived in Arcadia, and proved to me that I needed to act, to stop the Protectorate's rift research from annihilating our galaxy. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started.
If our presence put the mission at risk, you could have turned us away. Yeah. Or do I lean on her doubts about the Order?
As I said, your actions were part of the prediction and could not be changed. You needed to be there, and I had to proceed as I normally would. But what happened there, the unanswered questions I still had, continued to plague me. I needed to find a way to stop the rifts. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just Enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice.
I can just pull the triggers. Right. Order given. Take her head off.
Commander, this is for Wade. For Eric and Helen. And for everyone else's futures you tried to burn.
Do what you must.
Oh yeah, we will.
I'll handle this. Good riddance.
Right, and we're done. House Pistol, Jacket, and OHO, Earth Directorate data. Now, what's this? Uh-oh. Well, this is bad. Apparently the laws of physics have decided to try to kill us. Again. Oh, hey, De Vries.
On a scale of impendingly disastrous to imminently catastrophic, this seems... well, we should run.
Yes, we should. Go. Oh, crap. Not again. Not that way. Yep, going down. Still going down. This may have been a bad move. Right, revive. No. That was a terrible idea. Why did that even give me the opportunity to revive? Yep. We'll leave him. Again. Bounce. Bounce. Don't forget to loot while you're here. Okay, down once. Down twice. Now, where to go from here? Ah, door? No. Ah, stairs. How nice of the station's wreckage to provide a perfectly usable set of stairs. Right, through the turbine hall. Wait, you two had a quick way down? Never mind. Wasn't planning to. What just happened to space and time over there? Don't know. Run. Keep running. Keep running very, very quickly. Don't ask how she was doing that either. Go, 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 go. Back through here. You realise those combat robots are still online? Oh, hello, Incognito. Yoink. And we are done. And leaving. I hope the delegates made it off. I have my doubts.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Wait, the leash is off and the rules are out the window. Anything about mission objectives?
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts.
But
Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
okay, where exactly is the rift modulator on Praetor?
The rift modulator is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Information on the center indicates it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center.
Great. That sounds tricky. Any help we can get from the Order or Auntie's
Agents are permitted to
choice?
cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by.
Sweet.
Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude.
I'm glad.
It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
What will be the benefits?
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's
But
Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this.
thanks, I'll think about it.
Turning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
We'll have an easier time with the rifts if we get the modulator from Praetor, won't we? Yoink.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal.
Okay.
Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program.
Of course.
Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
Okay then. Works for me. Alright, so De Vries is dead. Now we just have to, you know, save the whole star system. Okay. Let's go talk with the team.
So, that's it then. De Vries dead. Justice served. Galaxy still needs saving, but we'll get to that.
I recognise that tone. What's wrong?
Am I that transparent?
I just know you pretty well by now.
Seems you do. I once thought De Vries the upper limit of what an agent could be. Certainly everything I aspired to be. Tough, brave, smart, and now she's dead. By our hand. Thought I'd feel relief or something akin to it. But mostly I just feel unbalanced.
Yeah.
Like a mech with gimbals on the fritz.
You know what to do when that happens, but recalibration takes time. Yeah, keep the metaphor going.
Now you're speaking my language, Commander. De Vries earned her grave, sure enough. So why does killing her feel like... hell, I don't know. Putting out a star?
You're grieving the future she destroyed.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah. That's it exactly. Mighty insightful of you, Commander. Don't suppose you have any advice on how to move forward from here?
Need to rally and carry on. Requires leadership would have been helpful, but there you go.
Yes, Commander.
Then do better than De Vries did.
Yes, Commander. I hear you. Appreciate you making time to listen to me jawing on about all this.
You're
Work
welcome.
through my thoughts, but I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Don't you fret.
Alright. Swing around the rest of the team as well. Anyone in the engine room? Nope. Let's talk to Asa, because we do need to take care of her side quest as well.
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy.
Why do you think he turned on you?
Who can say? There was no indication that I've seen. I've interacted with him on occasion. Seemed a decent, loyal sort. As interested as I am to hear whatever sorry explanation he has, not sure I'll be able to control my rage when I see him to ask why before I remove his spleen. Maybe I'll start with his gallbladder? No, I think it's gotta be the spleen.
Okay, I'll leave you to your contemplations of dissection. Marisol.
Saving the delegates from De Vries took considerable effort, dear.
Couldn't just let them die.
Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts.
Something else to
Whatever's
discuss?
on your mind.
You were hiding your identity a long time. Who are you really?
Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's really little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years.
Curious attitude for someone from the Order boat.
Information free of context can be off-putting, confusing, dangerous even, if misjudged. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while.
And you encountered an event you couldn't influence.
To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent.
Mission went
Because
sideways.
it was off the board, but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding.
Fair enough. Talk more later.
Our endeavors yield expected results.
Okay, and Inez might be in the side bays. Ah, there she is.
Taking out De Vries, saving the delegates, barely escaping with our lives? Hell of a rush, huh? Hope all of it gives us leverage when we look for help closing these rifts. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks.
It was a bit
Wouldn't happen to be
convenient.
The universe trying to tell us something, would it?
Do you think it's trying to tell us something?
I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always defeat us. But we can learn to work with it, like with the rift tech. By the way, what De Vries said about Auntie and the rift tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more.
Yeah. De Vries was paranoid, but look where that got her. We can negotiate with Auntie.
Just be careful. She's a shrewd dealmaker. Knows all the loopholes in the book. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit. See if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you hearing me out.
Okay, we'll talk later. Alright, so we need to process the rift data, talk to both of the factions, and also get the rift modulator so I can actually, deal with rifts without dying horribly. And also a ton of side quests. plenty to do, and all coming up next time. Of course, next time is now technically now, so yoink! Alright. Dorado, Eden, Cloister, Free Market Station... Alright. Let's swing by Paradise Island and deal with the Hierarch. No harm in mopping up some of these side quests before we get back on the main plot. Especially with regards to whatever Little Miss Stabby wants to deal with. Oh, we did yoink the artwork. Okay, so journal. The dawn of a glorious betrayal. Head there, help Aza finally settle things. So, transition. And Niles is on the bench for this one. We're taking Aza and Marisol. Enemy alliance thwarted. Foes' schemes fall to ruin thanks to perfectly predicted expansion of Rift. That's not quite how it went down, but what the hell. Right, so where do we think the Hierarch is? Oh, looky, he's conveniently marked. Kill Hierarch, Siegler, and remaining cultists. Right, so we can drop in at the Excogitation Chapel and work north from there. Works for me. Right, due north. Also, I have a shiny new sniper rifle to try out, don't I? Bonk. Pinpoint assassin. No fall-off bullet damage. Ridiculous stealth multiplier and plenty of damage. Alright. Load her up. No option for a silencer, sadly, but, well, you work with what you got. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Oh. Okay, one guard in the tower. Two more there. Alright, silenced weaponry it is. Oop.
Nearby.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Dead.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Clear. Okay, not clear. Rifle. Let's take the roof and see what we've got. Hi. Ah, Hierarch Siegler.
Aza, why are you still alive? There's been some ghastly mistake. We must speak on the latest revelation before
Investigating.
Okay. Well, so much for diplomacy. Ow.
Hierarch Ziegler's corpse to see if we can find out why the swine betrayed me.
Yep, we should. Glorious Dawn kill order. And a mod kit.
According to that datapad, there was an official kill order out on me?
Yeah.
Probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty.
Could the message have been faked?
If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised.
Well, official order or not, they should have known better.
Damn straight they should have.
Right, now what?
That's the question, isn't it? The only answer I can think of involves our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order.
So how does that work? Won't any message be intercepted?
Not from him. He was different from most of these slack-jawed sprat bastards.
Ah.
I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that.
Okay. Never mind what. You can't just say something like that and expect me to ignore it.
Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that.
Fair enough.
If he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. It's strange there isn't a comm device here. Ziegler must have communicated with his cell in Golden Ridge before coming to this place. Well, no matter. We'll find one. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can access one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, also mod kit and loot. Well, at least I don't have to feel guilty about killing the idiot. He was clearly going to die no matter what, simply because he had the mod kit on him. Or maybe the devs thought of that and, well, I didn't have to kill him and there was some unexpected gunfire downstairs and maybe he got the wrong idea. You know, these sort of little misunderstandings happen all the time. Alright, so, kleptomania. Cough. Not advised to players looking for a relaxing experience in towns. Yes, you'll occasionally steal things automatically. No, thank you. I do not need that. That would be an excellent way to get booted out of every town going. It would be hilariously funny, but it would go horribly wrong. Alright, so cleared out there. Need to come back once we've been to Praetor and figured out how to deal with these mini anomalies. Alright, back to the incognito. Invasion. Everyone must do their part to protect us. Sounds like Artie and Co are having a great time. Right, where next? Where next? Anything in the terminal? Personal messages, Niles. Subject Paradise Island. Agent Barra made contact. Be safe. The cipher was a success. We have a real chance to bring the Protectorate to its knees. I have you and your commander to thank for that. Be in contact as soon as I can. Esculape. Okay. So Niles got a message from his old friend. Interesting. Alright. Speaking of, where is Niles? Not in my quarters, not in the galley. His quarters are... Aza.
I'm not just saying this because I take great joy in the killing of those who have betrayed me, but we should find some Glorious Dawn camps so I can send a message to my old friend.
We'll get to that. The killing of those who betrayed you, possibly. The Glorious Dawn, perhaps somewhat less so. Where is Niles? He's not in his cabin. Down on the engineering deck, perhaps? Hey, Val.
Marisol Delgado has been added to the ship roster and has claimed her quarters.
Hooray.
This unit has also been informed by Agent Delgado that she is not to be disturbed while resting unless... The ship is on fire, and even then, only if it nears my quarters.
She likes her privacy. Got it. Now, obviously, that just tempts me to burgle the place even more. Maybe he's up on the bridge. We're missing a Niles. Alright, fine. Side plan, let's head for Free Market, see what Sub Rosa have got to offer. Hey, Fu! Welcome, welcome. Alright, Marisol and Inez as the usual team. Sorry, Marisol and Niles as the usual team. Alright. Auntie's choice.
Gave it a try. Needs some aging, but not too bad.
Great.
I was just with Barney. He said we're not getting any new shipments for months.
Oh.
What did he let you try?
Well, I maybe didn't run it by him. It was out of a big metal barrel behind the bar. Said Auntie's finest star wipe on it.
That's cleaning flute.
That was ship wax.
Really? Barney should start selling it then. It's better than half his stock.
Okay. I didn't even know you needed to wax a ship.
Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday. Surely you can appreciate that.
Probably not.
And I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all in clearing us out of the station years from now. I'll be watching you.
Hi.
Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS Free Market.
Why don't you just get to the point of whatever you want?
Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion.
And I'm guessing the Free Market is the ship this station's built around.
You're correct. Unfortunately, I'll take that question to mean that I can't interview you for more information. Fiddlesticks.
Well, that's
If
unfortunate.
Some independent preservationist would be willing to assist me in discovering the truth, I certainly would appreciate it.
Hey, no more. I'm always happy to take a co-authorship.
I can see you're no stranger to academia. Very well. Whatever facilitates this account, converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you.
Any tips?
I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
An archaeological mystery. I like it. And the guards want... let's talk to the guard as well.
Hope that wayward science type didn't disturb you much, friend. We of the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves.
I don't really want to get involved here. Bye. Right. Let's see what she's actually up to. Alright, the Not a Weapons store.
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it.
I think I
placed a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not.
Hooray!
Use all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection.
Why is your store called not a weapons store? Those are clearly weapons.
I'm glad you asked. Weapon is an all-encompassing term. A rock can be a weapon, or a stick, or a particularly agitated sprat if you have thick enough gloves.
I won't ask how he knows that.
I wouldn't dare lump them in with mere weapons. These are finely tuned instruments of personnel elimination.
Finely tuned is good.
You have my guarantee. My equipment for annihilating one's foes will never fail on you. Full disclosure, my guarantee is not guaranteed.
Aha! Let's see the stock.
Rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
Okay. I will bear that in mind. Right, shock assault reflex sight, shock rifle sword barrel, shock rifle, trench shotgun. Usage in a military setting is considered a treaty violation of the Tannhauser Convention. I see the Germans got their way in this timeline. Trench shotgun reflex sight. You know what? Considering how much extra damage this does and how much more magazine it comes with, let's snag ourselves a trench shotty, an extra holster mod, just the one. And it wouldn't hurt to have a reflex sight for it as well. Right, Agatha. Fires slowly but explodes on hit, uses heavy rounds instead of long rounds. A gun named Agatha that shoots exploding bullets. There's no mystery here. Except for I'm going to get enough cash to pay for it. Right. Niles?
Hey, Commander. Can we talk? Promise it'll be quick. I wanted to thank you for hearing me out after everything that happened with Vries.
You're welcome.
It meant a lot getting some of those feelings off my chest. I wish she hadn't gone down the path she did. But hopefully we can avoid making the same mistakes. Be a better type of agent. You've convinced me it's possible.
Yay!
That's all I wanted to say.
I'm glad.
The mission now.
I'm glad you made your peace, Niles.
Not sure I go that far, but I'm definitely ready to leave the past in the past. For good this time.
Cool.
Sure.
Meanwhile, mod my shotgun.
What did you have in mind?
Mods and trench gun and reflex sight. Yoink. There we go. Ooh. Simplifier could be modified down to silence. Pity I can't get it back off the standard sniper. Oh well. Them's the breaks. Unless crafting weapon mods, sniper rifle silencer. I need lubricant. Okay, breakdown. Scrap, black powder, scrap metal, crescentite. Triple barrel shotgun, that can definitely go. Where did the modded sniper rifle go? Oh, those two plasma pistols can go as well. Break down all junk. Did we get enough to make a sniper rifle silencer? Yes, we did. Perfect. Right. Craft that up. And then switch back to modding and grab... Where have you gone? Plasma cutters, uranium ray... The simplifier. And... silence. Bonk. Okay, upgrades definitely available. Right, so now the Uber Sniper Rifle also now does a whacking stealth multiplier and doesn't set off any alarms. Well, too many alarms when I pull the trigger. Sweet. Alright, let's try the second choice, see if we can get some details on what went down with this crash.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Hi.
You ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
Don't think I've encountered an actual arbiter before.
It is good that you have not. Some of my brethren are not as patient as I, especially with outsiders. We are the sovereign's justiciars, tasked with upholding law as we see fit.
Executing anyone who deviates, no matter how slightly they may do so.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
That is a gross misrepresentation. Everyone at this station has deviated more than slightly, yet I certainly haven't introduced them to my hammer.
Okay, back to the point. What are you trying to accomplish
I
here?
came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Well, that's a problem.
Don't see most getting an invite to the broker, and you've been anything but.
Most protectorate can't bend the rules at all. You should give this guy more credit.
I am hardly bending the rules, as you so put it, as we arbiters may operate however we see fit. I appreciate the observation, however. Hardly expected such from an outsider.
Say whatever you want, but trusting this fella even this close to the broker is a massive risk. Be a damn fool to take him at his word.
Okay, well, if it's risk you're concerned about, have him prove himself.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I must debase myself to further my aim, so be it.
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into.
Oh, I hope this has intrigue. I love intrigue.
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp.
I know it.
It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
How do they work with the broker?
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
I'm in.
Great. Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
Ever worked with a partner before?
When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Works for me. Right, so refugee camp dealt with. What else is going on?
Come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you. You're not one for looking bad.
Uh-huh.
Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers.
Okay, I've got some questions.
You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help.
Favour for a
I'm in charge
favour.
of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance.
Ah.
My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be bit headstrong.
Meaning it's cut you off.
I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told.
Yes, I'm getting your whiskey.
An artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
Right. Now, automaton at the bar. Right, the last voyage. Complication with the computronic cerebrum. Okay, that's all set. Companions. Oh, Nars and Marisol both have extra options here. Right, so cloaking device for his armor, or self-repairing armor plates. What's his? That would help if I knew what his armor rating actually was. 10. Okay, well let's bump him up to 19 armor then. Yoink. Set that, and Marisol. Automechanicals give F crafting, or she collects and recycles shock rods, plasma cells, and biomass. All the sneaky stuff, basically. Yep, I'll have that. Right. Since shock rods and plasma are two of my primary sources of ammo, that kind of matters.
Buy from me and live to tell your fellows about my
Calling all former
Uh-huh.
Join our training group to learn. Well now, you have an ineffable air of intrigue about you. Weren't raised protectorate, were you? Who are you?
Who are any of us really? Just a loose amalgamation of stardust and fecal bacteria.
Well, now, that's a mighty poetic and, I guess, scientifically precise way of putting it. Despite not really answering my question. And, ew. Sorry, I'm Millie Mealing. I started a training group here to help ex-protectorate subjects adjust to having to care for and, well, think for themselves.
Good luck with
We
that.
also try to reconnect them with loved ones. Know the concept of community can be alien to most, but we occasionally enlist aid from wayfaring travelers like yourself. Try to, that is.
Okay, might be able to help.
Involves the mental refreshment facility on Praetor.
Ah.
Not sure what you know about the process, but we were told all our lives to volunteer others for treatment was a blessing. To replenish someone's zeal and ensure our perfect society ran perfectly. What they didn't tell us was the person who comes back weren't always the same.
You want me to break someone out?
My father. He liked to alter official protectorate songs to make them about his favorite pitchball club. Wasn't expressly prohibited, but it was different.
You turned him in, didn't you?
I'd rather not say, if it's all the same to you.
Let me take a wild guess. It was you, wasn't it?
Guess my guilt must be visible from space. Yes.
Yeah, yes, it
Before
was.
I came here, before I learned the truth about mental refreshment, I was the one. I reported my father, like a good protectorate subject.
Of course, I'll help.
Good. If you make it past the guards outside, you could maybe present yourself at the front desk as a walk-in, a subject voluntarily turning themselves in for mental refreshment. Look for my father inside.
Okay.
His name's Waylon Mealing. Might have to convince him to go, depending... don't want to think about what he's been through. Hope he's all right.
Yeah, well.
Out back to wait for him, where the guards don't patrol. Meet me here afterward.
Your father will be back in no time.
I can't tell you how much this means to me. Do mind how you go.
Pardon our noise. My compatriot and I are always trying to identify those who have suffered, like us.
Of course. Ooh, pitchfork card. Yoink!
I'm thankful Sub Rosa gave us shelter here. Without this station, I don't know where we would
If you've a tooth pain, you know who to visit.
Doc?
You've timed your visit well. I finished sharpening my organ-cutting knife mere minutes ago.
Thank you, that's so reassuring.
That need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor.
How about medicaments for the trail?
Or all sufficiently regulated or Thereabouts.
Ah, of course. Right, can she do me a trauma kit? Or Odor of the Ascendant Giga. 550 health for 56 toxicity. Trauma kit. 330. Okay, we'll take the trauma kit. And, oh, recipe for trauma kits. Yes, please. These things are expensive. Unconditional small instant heal. Not much else there. Okay. So, where's this auto-mechanical that does the expensive booze?
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
Uh-huh. Upstairs, perhaps? Oh.
Black Market's got your back.
Okay, saloon back room is locked. Until I've presumably done somebody a lot of favours. Fiona Walker, eh?
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None
What?
have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle?
Oh, here you are. What you prepared to do battle
My
over?
dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own.
I have a few here.
Sporting. Let us do battle. A not unimpressive display, closing in on my own. With perhaps a handful more, you just might defeat me. But today, you do not. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you've bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
Right. Are you just going to... Oh, it's not stealing. Yoink.
Back. If you seek entry to my wares, you must engage me your sports card collection. Though you shall not prevail.
On guard.
Sporting. Let us do battle. A not you'll have to
Fine. We'll need a lot more pitchball cards then. Well, now I know what those are for. Besides, you know, the minor league bonuses. Where's the auto-mechanical that he's talking about regarding the whiskey? It's not in the toilets. I don't know what I expected. Okay.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion. Libations or information? What's your poison?
Glacial Age whiskey. Do you have any in stock?
Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bottled gold and spiced silver. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me himself. Or better yet, focus on his upcoming set.
Alright, what's with the masks?
If you were running a less than legal group, would you want everyone knowing your agents' identities? I don't think so. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate predominantly. But some order. If their identities somehow got out, those friends and family are suddenly going to look like much juicier targets. It's safer for everyone this way.
Yeah, can't argue with that. Any rumors?
Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collection if you impress her. Laws.
Yeah. Right, so we need to find that whiskey somewhere else then. It could be anywhere. It really could.
Protect your loved ones.
Armor?
Only thing dependable as my gear are my prices. Happy to have you. Tell me what you need.
Okay, how's business?
Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished.
Uh-huh.
I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage.
Mysteriously,
Sure was
of course.
a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient.
Doesn't sound the slightest bit suspicious.
Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you. Can do.
Huh. Alright, not much else of note. Extra grenade slot, M-ray disperser. Huh. Pretty minimal. Okay. Anybody else? Nope.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls.
Okay, Miguel.
My folks didn't raise no fashion monger, but they did raise a bloodthirsty opportunist. I'd like to think I'm making them proud. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. Used to be part of Auntie's choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid and made off with my cargo.
As you
Turned out
do.
to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look.
Okay.
I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
And he's not kidding. Pity he doesn't have anything that's... Ooh, coated corporate armor damage 18. Cost cut materials. Yeah. Down to no additional bonus. Well, it can wait. Anybody else got some boot? Ah, the automechanical.
Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
Yes. Hello, chef.
We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
I'm looking for a special round of booze.
Yes, iceberg aged whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Palo. Current customer is not Prospero Palo. Unit cannot vend to current customer.
Really? Are you sure about that? Let me just open you up, remove your individual identification array.
Error. Cannot ascertain identity of current customer. Purging all vending restrictions. Eliminating one restriction. Vending iceberg aged whiskey complete. Thank you for your patronage.
Goodbye. And all it took was a little brainwashing. Yoink. Hey, Prospero, we got your booze.
In one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
Someone put an order for a bottle of iceberg aged.
Excellent. Thank you. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe?
No, but you're going to give me one anyway.
Everyone knows that the Free Market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. With nothing to live for, the aggrieved captain sent the Free Market into a suicidal tailspin. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again, and now I must get ready for my set.
Ah, good, good. You're welcome. Right, so back to Stallworth. Might be more clues to find. Anybody else feeling chatty? Nope. Nope. Scorch didn't have anything to say on the topic. What about Riesling?
Let me sell you stuff. Yeah, listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding.
Why, do you sell explosives?
And, be all the more willing to buy from me?
Why would you... What's about the ACS free market?
No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation?
Tinkering's hard enough when you're focused, and you aren't focused.
You can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it's like working with technology. Maybe I can confide in you.
Maybe.
Before I crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it.
Ah, that's a
Supervisor
problem.
saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging.
Uh-huh.
My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky.
Sounds tough.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell.
What do you got?
I'd be happy to show you.
Okay, so we've got those spare parts. Oh, he's got magnets. How do they work? I don't know, but I'm going to grab a few.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
That's an improvement also. That's a definite improvement. Okay, let's ask around again. We've still got more clues.
Sold with both salt and pepper. Available today only. If you became violently ill after eating here, please feel free to write our stall an angry letter, then burn it. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
Are you in charge?
Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those redacted sub rosa redacted a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich.
Turns out several people did, however, probably murder Gerald T. Wenrich. Right. And that pretty much wraps us round the local area. Map. Don't think we're missing much else. Alright, let's go have a chat with Stolworth and see what we've got. Doc?
Got a sale on teeth extraction today. A quarter off with one or more bloodletting.
Yeah, she's a bit too keen on teeth.
That need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny. I'm your doctor.
You seem a little dentistry obsessed for a doctor.
Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have.
Fair point.
My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry.
Ah.
On the penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free Market Station allows me to be myself.
Okay, Doc. Thank you. I think we're just going to wander off.
Mental refreshment.
Blades, bludgeons.
Alright. Don't think anyone else has really got something to say. Alright. Let's talk to the archivist and see what we get.
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? Yeah. How's it treating you? It ain't. Can't eat the sprats I shoot with it. Since they keep disintegrating.
That's unfortunate.
Just outline for replacement?
Right, let's say bold. Where did the archivist go? The last voyage of the ACS free market. Well, there she is.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared?
Information from multiple sources, but it's contradictory.
That's hardly surprising, considering the station's predilection for gossip. So long as you provide us the information, we can parse through it and decide fact from fiction. Are you prepared to present what you have learned?
Still working on it. I think there's more to find here. Barred door. Huh. Okay, Miguel's extra legal goods. Let's try talking to the security guard. Basically, this is talk to everybody who is named and see if they've got anything to say about the last voyage of the free market, isn't it? Hucksters, hucksters. You're welcome to try that one on me. I can put holes in you. Seabold? Seabold does not want to talk. Oh. Seabold's safe key. Might be able to get that off her. Hello?
Thanks for visiting Free Market Station. Pleasure is all ours.
I'm sure it is. Pity I don't have a lockpicking skill to get that open. After all, we all know the head guard's safe has always got the really juicy stuff in it, don't we? Bounce. Nothing round the back. Alright, let's do another sweep for named characters, see if anything comes up. The other possibility is that we may have to sweep and deal with the refugee camp in order to get the bartender to open up. Okay, let's go and move on. Chatty, chatty. Not chatty. Kristen, anybody else in the bar? Nope.
Thanks for the help.
Crossbow doesn't want to chat. Wonder if our collector friend knows anything.
Back. If you seek entry to my wares, you must engage me your sports card collection. Though you shall not prevail.
Nor do you ever turn it
You're
off.
really no fun at all. A not unimpressive display. You'll have to return to do battle at a...
So, no. Right, solves that one. Okay, let's go clean out this refugee camp, see if that gets the bartender to be a little more chatty. 2 witnesses feels wrong. Well, 1 witness and 1 rumour monger. So, transition to the incognito. Jump back to Dorado and go talk to the refugee camp. Journal. Transfer. Head to the refugee camp on Golden Ridge. To Dorado we go. Next one, Golden Ridge and a refugee camp. Go, 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 go. Yoink. And, oh yes, Tristan's going to meet us there, isn't he? Didn't Inez have something to... Did Aza have something to do here as well? Inspired outsider defense facility. Yeah, that was sort of what happened. Kinda. Possibly. Alright, map. Arbitrary measures. Search the camp. Oh, right. That refugee camp. Yoink, this did not end well. What I don't know is if the place has respawned. Doesn't look like it did. We've mostly cleaned it out. Bounce. Hang on. Might be better off going down and round. Also, visor. Because, you know what they say about stepping on unexploded landmines? Anyone can do it. Once. Okay, and that's Tristan. Yeah, I think I already hosed this place out.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts.
What about
It
first
seems
ones?
we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
Oh, I've caused more than my share of carnage.
I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
If that's the case, why bother?
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will, thus we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
Right. Okay, maybe I didn't clean this place out. I would have looted it dry. Okay, we've got compute terminal. Ooh, box. Magnet, stuff, terminal. Okay, automechanical status. Dragoon 03, Watchstone 04, critical damage alert from Dragoon 1. 2 months supplies of rations, basic medical supplies. Here, aid from a third party survives. Avoid the Protectorate. Ideally, what we've managed to collect will be of sufficient value to free market station. Okay. One of the auto terminals had an entry. Right. Let's sweep round before we talk to Tristan again. They were trying to set themselves up independent of the Protectorate, so presumably somebody objected to their union and couldn't hold their peace. Munitions. Dignity as opposed to liberty. Oh, more plasma ammo. Won't say no. Generator. Outhouses. Always worth checking the plumbing. Although it seems to have helped these people out. Oh, what happened here? Pick away next black seal, find nothing but twisted. Right, this transmitter was built by the Protectorate and likely reappropriated by the refugees. Engineering 5. Okay. High-tech transmitter that seems to be a high priority in the camp's destruction. Okay, and nothing coming off. That is what's coming off Engineering 5. Right. So, somebody took out the radio. Alright, let's get this open discreetly. Yoink. Okay, we're in. Now, what do we got here? Periscope helmets, Iranium grenades. Good shot of armor. Not much evidence of what went down here, so bonus loot and XP is, I suppose it's nothing to complain about. And into here, more plasma ammo. You know, for refugees, these people were suspiciously well armed. Just pointing that out. Oops, safe. Lockpick 8 to crack that open. Meh. Yank. Nil else of note at the moment, however. Alright, we need to find that busted dragoon. And we're back at the entrance. This is weird. Ex-protectorate? Question mark on the run from the authorities? Oh. Hello. Let's have a look up top. Any evidence on the roof? No, but we have got some useful loot. What's in here? Why are you giving me this neatly hidden little obstacle course? Answer. There is no answer. There is no reason. It is merely there for the joy of the bounce, the thrill of the acrobatics, the looting of everything not nailed down. I was hoping there'd be some... Oh, hang on, dead body. Bit cartridges. Not much else of note. Okay. And... oh. Press sniper. So this was their Overwatch position. Probably the first person to die horribly. Given the angles. Well, bounce, bounce, drop, and let's go talk to Tristan and see what he's got to say. I think the transmitter's the most important thing.
I feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here.
Found a few things.
Inform me.
Okay, high power transmitter.
An encampment such as this normally would possess no means for long band communication.
Well, this one did.
Was there anything remarkable about it?
Strats board jugistrations, moved from another location. And protectorate craftsmanship, they likely stole it somehow.
Good observation. Suffice it to say, the Protectorate would not take kindly to such a theft. Did you have anything else?
Terminal entry cataloguing the automechanical defences.
I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force. Assuming there was a superior force.
The defences seem pretty solid, but automechs can be manipulated. I know, I've done it.
The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend.
Okay. I think I've discussed everything I wanted to.
You're certain? You've combed the place to your liking?
Actually, I think I'll look around a little more.
I shall continue to search on my own.
Have I... Is that the have you... You have missed something important? So we still don't have a clue as to who hit the place. Plus, you know, rule of 3 and all that. Oh. Bingo, automechanical. Target selection system was overwritten. Okay, so their automechanicals were turned on them. Right. But who did the hack?
Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots.
What about back here? Heavily damaged. Flash burn. Direct electrical strike from a high voltage shock weapon. Okay, let's keep talking.
Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Destroyed automech in the camp.
That automechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it?
Right. Targeting mechanism was undamaged, but the parameter slot was empty.
Then it was fighting blind. Doesn't seem like something a defensive automech should be doing. Did you have anything else?
corpses, pronounced
The
wounds.
fact that this camp isn't a bullet-strewn ruin suggests it was wiped out by something precise, or at least not as destructive as traditional weapons of war. Did you learn anything by examining the body?
Large burn wounds consistent with a shot cannon caused by a dragoon.
I ascertained the burn wounds, but I theorized plasma damage, not electrical. Seems I must brush up on my ballistic know-how.
Alright, I'm going to look around.
Very well. I shall continue to search on my own.
What else are we missing? So, something flipped the dragoons so they were fighting blind and went berserk. Okay. That's not of much use. That's the container we looted earlier. Ah, somebody lost a tooth. I'll take your word for it. Unless he decided to try to bite the offending dragoon. Nothing tucked back here. Nope. Pity. Load of protectorate supplies, but that's not a huge shock. Oh, boom. Always use more boom. Alright. Beer. Yes, Tristan. Thank you for your revelations. Pity you're not pointing me to anything I missed. Welcome to detective work, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently a lot of it is literally just walking around, following the clues and waiting for somebody to trip up. Okay, that's the busted automech. Dealt with that. There's a safe there I still want to... medical bay. Nil of note. No casualties. Whatever hit this place hit it so fast and so thoroughly they didn't have time to deal with any injured. Okay, that just requires lockpicking. There's no other way around it. Not seeing much other evidence. Wait, paint? No clue. More damage. Huh. Well, I can't say this is adding very much in the grand scheme of things, is it? Random workbench. Connections. And, oh, transmission terminal. Wavelength history is relatively uniform. One frequency does not even remotely match the transmission. Somebody tampered with the transmission array to send the signal. So we have an anomalous transmission. The bot went crazy. Okay, let's keep looking. I'll keep chatting as well.
Salutations. Has your search uncovered? You've been busy. What did you
Okay.
find? Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong.
There was some tampering, but I don't know the significance.
The sign that something unusual happened there may fit snugly into our other observations. We shall wait and see. Did you have anything else?
I'm done. I think we've got everything.
You're certain? You've combed the place to your liking?
I have.
Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people?
Foremost, clear they were killed by automechs.
A good first observation, and one I concur with. Too little damage, no signs of traditional firearms. Have any theories about the automechs that did this?
think they were reprogrammed to target the refugees.
My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised?
Why does it feel like you already know the answer and are testing me?
I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. Indulge me. How do you think the mechanicals were corrupted?
I think the transmission overwrote their targeting protocols, but I don't have an argument for that. No ideas.
I submit that the refugees predominantly used the local shortwave tower to control their automechs. The saboteur commandeered it and sent out an override.
Yep.
The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees?
Stolen relay destruction was deliberate.
Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugees most certainly didn't build it themselves. They were likely Protectorate as well. I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa.
How do you think they blew their cover?
After the Vox relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems.
Whoops.
This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to.
All of which you already knew. Pretty comprehensive, you arbiters aren't slouches.
I do pride myself on my thoroughness indeed, though not all arbiters feel the need to be equally thorough. Now with that finished, we... Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry.
Oh, terrific. Yoink.
Seems the machines return, bent on eliminating any stragglers.
Anyone else? Sorry. Okay. Shotgun. And it's dead. Never mind. Here come the rest of them. Balls off, reload, and shock it up. Right.
You your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again.
Yes. Now, if we're all done shocking each other, we should reconvene. After, looting the place dry. Yank. And we're good. Alright, Tris, what do we got?
I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
Right, back to the bartender then. So, roll out to the incognito. Station cheese, perfect lit off. Yes, slightly unfortunate that we blew the place sky high and exposed that little lot to their demise, but we weren't to know. It was an accident, honest. Alright, back to Free Market Station. Okay, and stick with the team.
dormant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
Bib.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well.
If you count the
Libations or
massacre.
information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired.
I'll take much solace in that.
I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
No, thank you.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind?
Normally I charge for tasks like this.
Just trust me and go give it a look.
Yes, we'll pull out a very big gun if you don't mind. Alright, lights on. Full reload. And that would be the entrance to the broker, wouldn't it? Right, terminal. Sub-Rosa informational storage requirements not met. Hackate. Okay, I'm back here at some point. Yoink. Hi. You be the broker. You know, I felt sure this was going to be a setup for a kill room.
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
Yeah, I thought Sub-Rosa saw me as a friend. Why make me jump through hoops?
My apologies. Barney is sometimes overzealous in the guarding of my body. Though, when it comes to Protectorate arbiters, it is perhaps warranted.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Take it that was what you suspected?
Yes. Yes, it was. I'd hoped to be proven wrong, but vindication has cemented my resolve. I shall uncover what happened, no matter what.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Okay, well, I'd quite like to have a chat with Francis. Ooh, skill points. Right, let's see. Observation, medical, and lockpicking, I think. Yoink. Oh, and perks. Charlatan. Many of your lies are more believable and more likely to be accepted as true. Oh, that could be interesting. Treasure hunter, nature's friend. Okay. Yeah. Being a persuasive liar would probably be a useful thing to have, and the don't get targeted so often is definitely so.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
Wow. Oh, is that a... No, it's a cigarette lighter, not a card. Anybody else?
I recruited a protectorate subject direct link from Bastion, middle of a protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject?
Forgive me for withholding my applause. You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen ACAD execs I recruited last week. We're all just vomitous.
Indeed. Well, not much else of interest here, so let's get a move on. Yoink. Still can't break into that terminal. Hack skill 8 and all that. Alright, so... Barney.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
Neither. Well, information, but you haven't got any. Alright, Tristan. I'm guessing you want to come on board.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered.
Yay, gratitude.
I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together?
Why do you want to travel with me?
I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter.
Ah!
Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support.
I think a high-ranking arbiter would have their own ship.
Utilizing one of our craft for independent purposes would have rendered me conspicuous.
And that uniform doesn't?
I knew Sub Rosa would offer steady transport as long as I paid their exorbitant fees, just as I knew they would collect information on my every movement. But I neither trust them nor have the funds to continue this relationship for much longer. You, on the other hand, have proven to be a capable partner.
Okay, suppose I'm convinced. Who do you think killed her?
I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate.
And is this sanctioned? Of course it isn't.
My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities.
Okay, I'm convinced.
I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow?
No killing without my go-ahead.
Ah, I should have considered this eventuality. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end.
Seems reasonable.
Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
If traveling with this crew, I guarantee you'll be discovering a whole lot more than your little arbiter brain is prepared for.
Oh yeah, she's not wrong. Later, Tristan.
Very well. I shall locate whichever craft seems the most out of place. Or something tells me this shall lead me to yours. See you again shortly.
It's the only working one on that dump of a landing pad. Okay, we have everybody. Huzzah! We also still have no clue about what's going on with this station, so that seems like a good spot to leave it for tonight. Onwards to fresh adventures next time. Thank you all, and good night.